Hello and welcome back to Cowboys Insiders, the ultimate destination for everything surrounding the Dallas Cowboys, where the passions meets analysis and every fan has a voice. No matter where you're watching from, whether you are where you have lifelong supporters or just now becoming part of the Cowboys nations, you are officially in the right place. This is a community that built for those who understand that the being Cowboys fans is not just about watching a games, but it's just about feeling every moment in the Dallas Cowboys, celebrating every victory and questioning every decision that shapes this historic franchise. Here at Cowboys Insiders, we don't just report the news, but we break it down, we challenge it, and we connect to the dots in ways that give you a deeper understanding of what are really happening behind the scene. From the board leadership and vision of the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, to the performances on the field led by a star like Dak Prescott, the explosive playmaking of the CD Lamb, and the unstoppable defensive force that is Amika Parson. We cover every angle of this team with clarity, depth, and honesty. This is the place where every move matters. Whether it's a breaking down the latest NFL draft picks, analyzing a trade rumors, and reacting to a free agency's decisions, or previewing the next big games, we make sure you are always one step ahead. We look at strategy, the risk, that opportunity, the long-term vision of the Cowboys, because understanding the why behind every decision is what separates a real fan from a casual viewers. What makes this channel different is energy and connection we build together with you. This isn't just me tracking, it's all of us thinking, reacting, and debating on community, and your opinion matter here. Your perspective adds to the conversation. Every comment, every like, and every share help to grow this platform into something bigger and something stronger, and also something that truly represents Cowboys fans everywhere. So if you are new to Cowboy Insiders, now is the perfect time to join. Hit that subscribe button and become part of the glowing moments of fans who wants more than just surface level content. And for those who have been already subscribed, your support does not go unnoticed. You are the foundation of this channel, and everything we do is to build with your mind. As the Cowboys continue the journey, chasing a greatness, facing a challenge, and striving to return to the top of the NFL, we will be here every step of the way, every update, every breakdown, and every reaction. You will find it right here, delivered with a passion and purpose. The Dallas Cowboys are once again at the center of attention as they navigate the most crucial moments in the modern era, and everything about their approach to NFL draft, it reflects a franchise that is no longer satisfied with simply being competitive. This is a team driven by urgency, shaped by a past disappointment, and fueled by a deep desire to return to the top of National Football League. For years, the Cowboys have carried the weight of expectations only because of their history, but because of the immense spotlight that follows them everywhere. So now more than ever, that spotlight is focused on how they build their roster through a draft and how those decisions will define their immediate future. At the center of this entire operation stands a Jerry Jones, a figure whose influence on a franchise cannot be overstated. Jerry Jones has built his reputation on bold move, aggressive decisions, and the unwavering belief that the Cowboys should always be contenders. Unlike many organizations that embrace a long-term rebuild, Dallas operates with a win-now mentality, and that philosophy is clearly reflected in how they approach the draft. Every pick is not just about potential, it is about an immediate impact. It is about finding the players who can step into a high-pressure environment and delivers results from a moment they arrive. The foundations of the current Cowboys roster is strong, and it begins with a quarterback, Dak Prescott, where Dak Prescott has been the leader of the team for years, and while his performances have often been impressive and the narrative surrounding him to become increasingly tied to postseason success, the rectangular season consistency is no longer enough. The expectations now is clear. Take the team deeper into a playoff and compete for a championship. Supporting Prescott is one of the league's most dynamic wide receivers in CD Lamb, whose ability to create separations, make explosive plays, and dominate defenses has made him a cornerstone of the offense. Together, they form a partnership that has the potential to be one of the most dangerous in the NFL. But even that is not sufficient, but the right supporting case cost. On the defensive side of the ball, Micah Parsons has emerged as a generational talent. And Micah Parsons is not just a linebacker, he is a complete defensive weapon capable of flashing the passer, dropping into the coverage, and disrupting a plays in ways that few players in the league can replicate. His presence alone changes how opposing offenses prepare for the Cowboys. However, the team has recognized that relying too heavily on one player, no matter how talented, is not sustainable strategy. The draft therefore becomes an opportunity to build a defensive unit that complements a person's. One of the most pressing concerns for the Dallas heading into this draft is the offensive line. Once considered the gold standard of the NFL, the Cowboys' offensive line has experienced a gradual decline due to the injuries, aging players, and a roster turnover. Protecting a Dak Prescott has become an absolute priority, not just to maintain offensive efficiency but to ensure the long-term health and effectiveness of the quarterback position. The front office is acutely aware that without the strong and reliable offensive line, even the most talented offense can struggle. As a result, the Cowboys are expected to invest heavily in a lineman who combine a physical strength, technical skills, and the mental awareness needed to adapt a speed of professional game. Beyond the trenches, the Cowboys are also focused on adding a depth and versatility to the defensive unity. The modern NFL demands defenses that can adapt to a wide range of offensive schemes, from a high-powered passing attacks to a balanced run-heavy system. So a Dallas is targeting a player who brings a speed, flexibility, and intelligence to the field, defenders who can cover in multiple positions, react quickly to the changing situations, and contribute in various roles. This approach reflects a broader shift in the team philosophy, one that emphasizes adaptability and strategic depth over a rigid position role. Offensively, the need for additional weapons is another key focus. While CeeDee Lamb has established himself as a true number one receiver, the Cowboys understand that elite offenses require a multiple threat. Defenses have become increasingly sophisticated and relying on a single dominant receiver who can make an offense predictable. By adding another wide receiver with a speed, a tight end who can both block and crouch, the running back who excel in at passing game, Dallas can create a more dynamic and unpredictable attack. This not only helps Prescott but also forces opposing defenses to spread their attention, opening up opportunities across the field. And what makes this year's draft particularly interesting is the way of the Cowboys are blending traditional scouting with a modern analytics. The organization has embraced a data-driven decisions making, analyzing players' performance metrics, injury histories, and scheme fit in a greater detail than ever before. This evolution demonstrates willingness to adapt to the changing landscape of the National Football League, where a success often depends on finding the right balance between intuition and information. It is a sign that the Cowboys are not just relying on their legacy but are actively working to stay ahead of the curve. The pressure surrounding the franchise cannot be ignored. The Cowboys are one of the most recognizable teams in a sport, and with that recognition comes constantly scrutiny. Every decision is analyzed, every game is dissected, and every failure is magnified. For Jerry Jones, the pursuit of another championship is deeply personal. For a Dak Prescott, and the stakes are equally highly, as his legacy as a quarterback will ultimately be defined by a postseason success. For the coaching staff, the expectations is simple but demanding. Deliver results. In this context, the NFL draft become more than just a process of selecting a player. It become a defining moment, a chance to reshape the roster and address a critical weaknesses and build a team capable of competing at the highest level. The Cowboys are not looking for developmental prospects who may take years to reach their potential. They are just looking for players who can contribute immediately, who can handle the intensity of the NFL, and who can help the team win now. As the draft unfolds, each selection carries a significant weight. A successful pick can strengthen a key area of the roster, while missed opportunities can leave gaps that opponents will exploit. The margin for error is small, and the importance of each decision is magnified. by the team's current position as contender. The Cowboys are close and closer enough to believe that the right addition could make all the difference. Ultimately, the story of the Dallas Cowboys at this moment is one of determination and transformation. They are a team with a proud history, talented roster, and clear objective. The challenge lies on turning a potential into performance, in translating a draft day decisions into on-the-field success, and in providing that they can rise above the expectations that have defined them for so long time. So if those NFL draft in the Dallas Cowboys succeed, this draft could be remembered as the moment when everything came together, the moment when the Cowboys finally bridged the gaps between promise and achievement. If they fall short, it will be another chapter in a long story of a near. This is the phase where championship teams are built, not on the game day, but on the moments like this, when the front office are making decisions that will define the future, and that's exactly what we are here to break down for you. On the Cowboys, insiders were not just reacting to news, we are analyzing it, we are asking thought questions, and we are looking at what works, what doesn't, and what needs to change if this team is going to take that next step. Because let's be honest, the talent is there, but is it enough in the Dallas Cowboy? That's the question we are going to keep going back to as we move deeper into the offseason, with the free agencies move unfolding and the NFL draft getting closer. This become one of the most important stretches of the year for the Dallas. The decision made right now could either push this team into a serious contention or keep them stuck in the same cycle we have seen before. So in today's video, we are going to take a closer look at everything you need to know, the moves, the strategy, and the possibilities, and what it all means for the future of the Dallas Cowboys. The offseason in the National Football League is always time of the moments, uncertainty, and opportunity, but for the Dallas Cowboy, this year free agencies and NFL draft has carried out a deeper sense of the purpose. After a season filled with a promise but ending short of championship expectations, the organization has approached a free agencies with a clear vision, strengthen a key areas and experience, and build a roster capable of competing at the highest level when it matters most. A free agency is often where a team reveals their true intentions. Some franchises rebuild, others take a risk, and few try to make a bold, aggressive moves to push themselves into contention. For a Cowboys, the approach has been measured but strategic. Instead of making headlines with one massive signings, they have focused on adding players who can contribute immediately while also fitting into the team's long-term structure. This kind of approach reflects a front office that understands both the urgency of winning now and importance of maintaining stability for the future. One of the most noticeable areas of the focus has been the offensive side of the ball. The Cowboys understand that in the today NFL, successful team must have a balanced and efficient offense, while they already have capable a quarterback in Dak Prescott. The reality is that even the most talented quarterback needs the right pieces around them in order them to succeed. So that is why some of the new additions in the free agencies have been centered on improving protection and providing more option in the passing of the game, bringing in experienced offensive linemen and adds a depth and reliability, something that have been missing at the time due to injuries and inconsistency. These players may not always grab headlines, but their impact is often felt in every play, every drive, and every game. At the same time, the Cowboys have looked to add versatility to their offense by targeting players who can contribute in multiple ways. A modern football demands flexibility and having players who can adapt to different roles, which create more opportunities for a creative play calling. Whether it is a receiver who can line up in multiple positions for running back, who can both carry the ball and approaches out of the backfield, this addition gives the coaching staff more tools to work with. This kind of depth can be the difference between predictable offense and one that keeps defenses guessing. The running game in particular have been an area of concern in recent season, so the departure from the dominant years of Ezekiel Elliott left gaps that has not been fulfilled through a free agencies. So the Cowboys have made a move to address this issue by bringing in players who offer a combination of speed, vision, and physicality. These are kind of player who can change the momentum of the game with a single run, who can turn a short gain into a big plays, and player who can help to control the pace of the offense, establishing consistent running game not only support the quarterback but also open up the passing attack, creating a more balanced and effective offense overall. On the defensive side, the Cowboys have continued to build around one of the most dynamic players, Mick Parsons. So Parsons has already more. Many draft analysts see him as one of the most NFL-ready players in these years because of his impressive versatility and high football IQ. All-American and Jim Thorpe Awards winner had 68 tackles and 2 forced fumbles and 2 interceptions and sacks this past season. So the Cowboys top draft target get NFL camp to a Super Bowl camp. And former Dupoy, one of the most commonly linked in 2026 NFL draft prospect for the Dallas Cowboys, has gained a net pro comparison that should excite the fan base. The Dallas Cowboys are gearing up for what will hopefully be an incredible haul in 2026 NFL draft with 2 first-round picks in their team. The Dallas has opportunity to land 2 impact players with the expectation that the team focus will remain on improving on the defensive side of the ball. As the draft season has rolled on, there appears to be a growing consensus that the Cowboys could do focus on a Tennessee volunteer star cornerback Jermud Mskoy with the pick's number 12 overall pick. Dispute sitting out last season after suffering a torn ACL, which raises some natural concerns for the Cowboys nation MSCO is widely considered the top cover corner in this year class. He also put on show at his private pro days, showing he has made a strong recovery. If a Dallas doesn't select MSCO, the team could be getting a long-term solution at cornerback, with his NFL players comparison landing on a Super Bowl champion and a former NFL Defensive Player of the Year who spent 13 seasons in the league, including one with the Cowboys, where he became a fan favorite. So Cowboys consensus draft target Jermod MSCO blows away a scout at Pro Day. The Dallas Cowboys have been eyeing a Tennessee Volunteers star Jermod MSCO leading up to the NFL 2026 draft, and just received some amazing news. With the NFL draft less than 1 month away, it is no surprise that the Dallas Cowboys are eyeing some of the top defensive talent in 2026 class. Luckily, the Cowboys have 2 first-round picks in just over 3 weeks and loaded a group of the talented defenders to choose from. To kick off the new league year, the Cowboys were uncharacteristically active in free agencies, where he signed 7 free agencies and added several defensive backs who could make an immediate impact on the secondary. So with the NFL draft less than 1 month away, it is no surprise that the Dallas Cowboys are eyeing some of the top defensive talent in the 2026 class. Luckily, the Cowboys have 2 first-round picks in just over 3 weeks and loaded a group of the talented defenders to choose from. So to kick off the new league year, the Cowboys were uncharacteristically active in free agencies and added several defensive backs who could make an immediate impact on secondary. Jermod MSCO Pro Day numbers in this period is 40 yards and vertical jump of 78 and broad jump is 10. If there were any concerns among the Cowboys nation about the team potentially targeting another cornerback coming off a serious knee injury, everyone can rest easy. MSCO proved at the workout that he showed on film during the 2024 campaign, which earned him a first team All-Sec honors. MSCO is widely regarded as the top cover corner in this year's class, and is a favorite among the draftnik community when it comes to projecting the Cowboys pick number 12 overall. If the Cowboys can add MSCO to the defensive backfield to go with all of the other off-season moves, the pass defense will immediately take a positive step forward in upcoming season. Of course, after ranking number 32 in the league last year, the only way to go is up. So, the 2026 NFL Draft will be held in Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania from Thursday, April 20 through the Saturday, April 25. So that's for the Dallas Cowboy NFL Draft of 2026. So let's continue on the extension for the summer players updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Let's continue on a wide receiver. The four wide receivers that the Dallas Cowboys could have targeted in 2026 NFL draft. A wide receiver might not be a pressing need for a Dallas Cowboy, but they could still consider adding one of these for prospect in a NFL draft. The NFL draft takes place 3 weeks, and the Dallas Cowboys currently have 2 picks only. The round 1 and 8 selection overall. They are expected to focus on defense early, which makes a sense considering this side of the ball was disaster for them in 2025. A head coach Brian Scott Mahama wouldn't rule out an offensive player in round 1, but that feels unlikely unless premier talent fall to them. Still, the Cowboys are doing their homework at every player, and that includes wide receiver. So let's continue on the players that are on the way of signing a new contract with a Dallas Cowboy in this NFL draft mocks. Number 1 is a Skylar Berry. A Skylar Berry, he has a versatility to play inside and outside and displays solid athleticism at the NFL, which combine the run of 40 yards dash and the 4.4 second and recorded 41 inches vertical jump. The next one is a Bryce Lance. A Trey Lance didn't plan out at the backup quarterback in the Dallas, but perhaps they could have a better luck with his younger brother. Bryce Lance emerged as a star for a North Dakota State, topping 1,000 yards and receiving in each of his final 2 seasons with the Bisons. He doesn't offer much versatility, seen as primarily on receiver, but the wins contested passes and has more than enough juice to beat a defender downfield. Also, the leg Virgil on Texas Tech. The Cowboys have been linked to 3 defenders on